Good morning, learners. I, Dr. Monica Sharma, Associate Professor History, Kanya Mahavidyalaya, welcome you to this course on modern history, 1857 to 1950. This is one of the most significant phases of Indian history. This course will take up this important phase, focusing on the events after the uprising of 1857. This was the time when India saw an upsurge in political activities across the country. Along the political activity, this was the period when India witnessed major socio-religious reform movements. This consciousness among the Indians led to the formation of the first All India organization in the form of Indian National Congress. This was followed by a renewed political activity among the Indians. In the early 20th century, the return of Mahatma Gandhi infused a new life in the political struggle. This brought a phase of mass movements in the country. The contribution of various social groups and classes cannot be overlooked. The most significant is the contribution of the peasants, the labor, the landlords, the Dalits and the women. Birth and growth of communalism during the period, eventually leading to the partition of the nation and the related riots, is a sad part of the events which needs to be explained to this generation. All these events will be dealt in this course, which will help the students understand this phase of history with better clarity. The learning outcomes after this course, you will be able to understand the emergence of the national movement and the events in India, and it will also inculcate a feeling of nationalism among the students. To understand the contribution of national leaders to create a memory of the sacrifices, to understand the British policy, the socio-economic, political and religious, stressing on negative and positive effects both. It will help you to gain knowledge about India's struggle for independence and the roles of different sections of the society. This course has been designed so that the entire syllabus has been divided into 8 weeks. Week 1 will take up the cultural changes and it would focus on the socio-religious reform movements. It would start with the advent of the printing and its implication. It would be talking about the reform movements in the Hindus and the Muslims both. And besides this, we would be talking about the contribution of Ramakrishna Vivekananda Arya Samaj movement, and this would also talk about the debates on gender and would talk about the women in colonial India. We would be taking up the issue of caste, Sanskritization and anti-Brahminical trends. Week 2 would be devoted to the rise of nationalism, and it would be talking about the events up to 1919. This would be focusing on the formation of the Indian National Congress. We would be talking about the moderates, the extremists and the revolutionaries in India. The week 3 would be devoted to the contribution of Mahatma Gandhi, and we would be talking about how he came to India and the initial mass movements that were led by Mahatma Gandhi, that included the non-cooperation and the civil disobedience movement. Week 4 would be devoted to the provincial autonomy. We would be talking about the Quit India movement, the INA and the Royal Indian Mutiny, and we would be talking about the left wing movements also. In the week 5, we would be talking about the contribution of various social groups, that would be including the landlords, the labor, peasants, Dalits and women. Week 6 would be focusing on a very important issue, that is communalism, because this eventually led to the division of the country. We would be talking about the contribution of RSS, Hindu Mahasabha, Muslim League. Week 7 would be a discussion on the independence and the events that led to the partition of the country, and we would also be talking about the popular movements that were taking place in the country during that time, focusing on the partition riots and the migration, that large scale migrations that took place at that point of time. Week 8 would be devoted to the emergence of a new state after independence, how the constitution was made, what was the role of the princely states, and how the new beginnings were made in the form of land reforms and industrial planning. So, I welcome you all on board of this course, that is The History of Modern India 1857 to 1950.